She asked if it was in a brewery. Yeah. Anyways, our next guest, I first met about 5 years ago in a small science fiction convention in Dallas. And he just kind of popped in because he knew the people running it. And I had no idea who the hell he was. But he was so nice, and we had some nice chats and had a great time. And it's always great seeing this guy every time we get together. A really wonderful person. You guys know him as the Mouse, Mr. David Greenlee.
How's everybody doing? I'm going to attempt to adjust the microphone. Not bad. Not bad. Let's settle in here a little bit. Well, I thought Caitlin did a really good job for a first timer. Really, really terrifying after the first time. Isn't it a little scary, Caitlin? Yeah, but it's comfortable because everybody's so nice. My first time was in Philadelphia after I'd only done 2 episodes of Beauty and the Beast. I'd never seen a 1. And it was pretty frightening, facing a room full of people who knew way more about what I was supposed to be talking about than me. Felt like my college professors must have felt. So, how's everybody doing?
Fine.
How many people are here in Los Angeles for the first time ever? Oh, a lot of people here in LA for the first time. I gotta tell you a few things. You're not there yet. This isn't really Los Angeles. I mean, we're not San Francisco or anything. It's maybe not the most beautiful city, but it's not like this. There's an entire city waiting over these little hills over here. And you'll see, you know, the Hollywood sign and all of that stuff. It's kind of strange being over here by the airport. It's not really the city, but you'll get there. You'll see it. I just had to say that. Because I've lived here my whole life. I love it here. And let's see what's going on. Let's see what I've been doing lately is, you know, more writing, and of course, you know, the endless stream of auditioning and all of that stuff, and trying to move a script and out of my computer and onto the screen, and that, and just really staring at a computer screen an awful lot of the time. I'm sure that some of the writers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. You sit there and you write it for weeks on end, and then you finish it and you go, oh, it's lovely, and you go, no, it's not, and you do it all over again. And that just keeps going on. And I've been doing a couple little commercial things and some voiceover work and seeing what's up next. And, you know, just sort of surviving along, working on myself a lot. That's the update on me, which isn't very complicated. You have a question? Yes, indeed. There's a few things that are sort of happening around. The question was about a script that I was talking about that I just finished when I visited England last time. And yeah, that script is still, matter of fact, just this morning I had, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but I had a big idea. Now I want to do a whole rewrite, like I was saying. But actually somebody is looking at that script maybe to do in France, of all places, which is kind of strange, considering I don't speak any French or anything, but somebody would translate it. And so we're keeping our fingers crossed about that, because, you know, over there the government is involved in filmmaking and everything, so it's all very complicated and political, and we don't know what's going to happen. And I don't understand any of it. So we're just sort of waiting to see, but yeah, that's still a very active thing. It's not finished yet. So oh, the story is about, it's about a little girl who lives, she lives with her parents who, you know, don't get along very well, and she's abused quite a bit, and she wishes herself very small. She was very tiny, because she's wished to just not be noticed at all, basically. And it's about her adventures after she becomes very small, and goes off to live on her own, basically, in the backyard of her dollhouse. It's about all the things that happen to her, and the way that she finds a new family, and integrates herself into a new life. And that's what it's about, and it's a big fantasy, you know, and like hummingbirds and everything. it's really very sweet. It's kind of, I don't know, it's very different from most of the things I've written so far, which aren't exactly like not a general audience. Most of my things have not been general audience, let's put it that way. This one is extremely general audience. And it's been fun writing. You know, I have a new great niece. I'm a great uncle. My niece has had, and so a couple of my nieces have had children before, but I have a new one now, and she's just almost 2. And her name is Catherine, so that's, you know, when she was born, that's why I wrote the script, because, you know, I start thinking about the kids and all. Question? Yes?
Do you prefer writing as a creative effort to acting, or is it like acting coaches?
Oh, no. The question was, do I prefer writing to acting as a creative outlet? And that is a very complicated question, really. It really is. You know, I'm much more prone to just love acting in a completely senseless and, you know, sort of like a junior high schooler before the prom way, because you're sort of given this script, you know. I mean, yeah, you audition and everything, but I mean, what it comes down to in essence is somebody says, we've developed this whole thing, and this is the little story we're going to tell, and you get to just completely fantasize your part and make it real, and you have no responsibility about anything else whatsoever. And if everybody hates it at the end, you point at that guy over there by the typewriter. And, you know, so, you know, whereas writing, you know, there's really an awful lot of work that goes into it, as you writers out there know. And it's all so on your shoulders. And in a way, it's more satisfying, because when it's done, it's like, well, look what I did. It's this whole thing that was nothing before. But it's not just as much, it's just not as much as an immediate rush as acting. And then the one film that I had a film that I wrote that got done at AFI, and I did kind of have, it was very strange visiting the set and watching the actors who had, you know, like taken the script seriously and learned all the lines and everything. You know, found the right kind of clothes and found the characters, and were up there doing it just because, you know, Larry and I had thought of it. I found that very satisfying, but also very strange. I was like, you know, it's like, wait a minute, no. You sit over here, and I'll put on that shirt, and I'll just say the lines, all right? And that was, you know, so it's, yeah, I'm not sure which I like better. Writing is a lot harder for me. Acting is a lot less work for me. It's a lot of work, but, you know, nothing compares to that blank page or that screen sitting there. You know, the little screensaver comes on again, and you go, God, it's been over 5 minutes. The fish swimming back and forth, so you're not writing, right? It takes a page a day, and you're done in 3 months, right? Do screensavers annoy anybody else when they come on? They're like, it's like having an hourglass. I feel like Judge Ito every time it comes on. It's like having hourglasses lined up. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, ma'am.
For the newer fans of us, we talk a little bit about the show again. My favorite mouse father scene was discussing the disassembled piano. My favorite mouse father scene, and also your favorite mouse scene.
The question was, what was my favorite mouse father scene and my favorite mouse Vincent scene? And, you know, my favorite mouse father scene, well, there's a few actually, but that's probably that one right there, that because they sort of let Roy and I be funny for a moment. And which, you know, they didn't allow a lot of that. You're being funny now, stop that. And we all know very well what an incredibly funny man Ray Dotrice is. And, you know, what a lot of you probably don't know is that, you know, Roy's been an actor for longer than, you know, for example, I have.